What's good, what's good? This is Sgt Over, live from Brooklyn, TV.com. You already know what it is, LFBTV.com.
Yeah.
The real DPSMG in the house.
Okay.
Tay Live, you already know what's up. Sgt Over tuning in. What's good?
Live from Brooklyn TV, special guest MC in the house, straight from Jersey City, New Jersey. I say it all the time, these MCs are paying the toll to come over the bridge. I appreciate it. What's going down, man?
Yes, sir. Nothing much, man. Well, that's an understatement. A lot, actually. We here with you doing some big things right now. This is a beautiful show right here, man. Big ups to y'all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Word
I
up,
appreciate
word up.
that, brother.
As soon as we walked in the door, man, we was impressed, man. Really official. Not
Nice.
like these other cats that be out there, not to name no names.
Nah. We leave them nameless out there, man.
Word up.
We leave them nameless. We don't play those games.
Yeah, man. But
Live from Brooklyn TV presents Sgt Over.
Yeah.
My man's here. He's working on some projects. He's got a show to do tonight over here in the borough. So we invited him down to the station to have a little chit chat and see what's going down.
yeah.
So what's the deal, man? How long you been MCing now?
Oh man, I want to say I've been recording and actively trying to be heard for about 8 years, 10 years.
Really?
But I mean, it was always something I did since like early teen years. I'll be with the cats freestyling just for fun. But I mean, I probably freestyled for like 4 or 5 years before I ever put the pen to paper.
Is that right?
Yeah, man. It was always just a camaraderie thing, chilling with the fam, putting things in the air, you know what I mean?
So
And
that's
then-
how hip hop came to you. It wasn't like you were writing down stuff first. You were good on the block freestyling.
Yeah, I mean, I sucked when I started, just like everybody. I could barely put a bar together, you know what I'm saying? And then, little by little, you gain momentum, you feel it out, you learn how to
Yeah, of
spit,
course.
you know what I mean? You get your tone down.
Of course.
And then when I went away to college for a minute, I ain't have that circle to spit with no more.
You're the first MC that I heard tell me they went away somewhere and then it wasn't college. Good for you, man. Sgt Over, Jersey City.
Yes, sir.
Nice. So go ahead, keep going, man.
I mean, so that's when I first started writing, man, and I just bounced it off a couple people that I was dorming with, and they was like, yo, pretty dope, you should keep going. And
Nice.
I left college,
Yeah.
not with a degree, you know what I'm saying? Came
Yeah.
back home, and that's when I really was like, all right, I want to do this, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I would say the last couple years is when I really figured out more the business side of it.
Right.
Because, when you starting out, you just concerned about making that song.
Of course.
But people don't realize making that song is probably 5% of it making it to radio and being heard and being promoted nationally, you know what I mean?
Okay.
It's really a business. So I feel like I got a good grip on that in the last couple years, so I incorporated the label, Dead Poet Society Music Group. And then we got Just Put on our label, another artist. Real
No doubt.
dope.
You got a few artists rocking with you?
Yeah, Just Put, my man Toke, myself. We got a couple people signed a distro because we got global distribution. And we have a comedian. Shout out to Mario Lucina.
Oh, okay.
He's on the label. He
You
hosts.
said Mario is Italian, dude?
Nah, he's Spanish.
Whatever.
He said,
Shout out to Mario
yeah,
anyway.
Yeah,
You
Mario.
tricked me.
Not to be confused with Super Mario, as
Yeah,
he says.
no,
He's Mario the Super.
All right. Mario the Super. Nice flip on it.
Hilarious cat though, man.
So you're definitely an 80s baby. I mean, you definitely got some hip hop knowledge. on it,
Yes,
is what I'm
most
trying
definitely,
to say.
most
So-
definitely.
So coming up, just I ask everybody this: who's the rappers that you were fucking with as you were coming up?
As I was coming up, man, it was like, a lot of Big, a lot of Woo, but then when I got into the underground is really when I started discovering new things about my artistry.
Understand a little more about where you could go with hip hop,
Oh,
right?
most definitely,
Okay.
man. Shout out to like the Aesop Rocks and one of my favorite MCs of all time is The Last Emperor.
Okay.
Which a lot of people don't know, but he is so dope.
Yeah.
That dude is really dope.
A lot of underground talent. That's the problem. That's why it's called underground, because it don't make it to the surface. And a lot of those dudes got crazy skills. Shout out to my man Sean Price, of course. He don't get enough credit, just like the rest of the underground artists don't get enough credit, and they're doing fantastic work. But, it comes down to the almighty dollar, like we were talking about before, right?
Most definitely. Any rapper that's out there that goes to the studio, pays money for videos, and puts out music saying they don't care about sales is lying.
Right.
You know, they're fooling themselves. You
So-
wouldn't have invested all of that if you didn't want to sell.
So again, we also spoke about how, you know, it comes down to financial backing, who's backing your product, who's pushing your name out there besides yourself, of course. So what are you pushing? What kind of music are we talking about here? What's your project like?
We're talking about intellectual hip hop, flashbacks to the golden era with a feeling of the new school. You know what I mean? It's almost, I hate to use the cliche term bridging the gap, but that's kind of what it is, because I'm rooted in that hip hop. I love that attack mode MC style, but I'm making music. You know what I mean? I'm making music to appeal to a broad market, but not losing myself as an artist.
Now, this is your mixtape? Is this your album? Can people download this?
That's
Can people
my
pick
album.
it up?
It's available anywhere you buy music, all over the world. Go to any music store.
iTunes, you're talking about, stuff like that?
Any
Amazon?
iTunes, Amazon, anywhere digitally, you can cop that. It's all over. If you just type in Sgt Over Precious Jewels or go to wherever you prefer to go buy music, it's there. I guarantee it.
Nice.
Yeah, shout out to Sadat X, man. He's on that track.
Who's your production coming from?
We work with a range of people, man. Shout out to Dianetics. I just did something with him. We just did a EP that's gonna be coming out this summer. Who else did I work with recently? Oh, Knox. I did an EP with this dude Knox, Knoxx, not Knots. But he did Memph Bleak's last album.
Nice.
And that came by way of our business manager having a relationship with their label and kind of sharing music. They was digging what I was doing. I was digging his beats. So we put together an EP.
Nice. And what are you talking about on this album? Like, where's your inspiration coming from? Now, you said you've been doing this a long time, right? How many years would you say you've been trying to be an MC, doing your thing out there?
I've been recording since '02.
Okay. So you got 11 years under your belt.
Definitely.
What's the inspiration on the album? What are you talking about on this tape?
The album Precious Jewels, basically, you know, MCs talk about dropping jewels all the time, but, you know, I'm talking about the jewels of life. You know what I'm saying? My family, the things that made me a man. I talk about social events, things are going on, like people are really big into secret societies and
Illuminati
and conspiracy. So I got a track on there, Illuminati, which basically is not saying anything either way, just acknowledging what they're putting in our face and kind of pointing the finger to the listener to be like, look, this is what's going on. Do you see this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me put the asterisk on it for you so you can pay attention. You know what I mean?
I see one of the tracks on your album is called Wake and Broke Part 1.
Yeah. They Wake and Bake. That's
No, you got Wake and Broke, and then you got Wake and Bake.
Yeah.
So-
Wake and
so
Broke Part 1 and then Wake and Bake.
What's Wake and Bake about?
Those are both little skits and basically just captivating the concept of what Precious Jewels are. And Part 1 is me going into my mentality going into making the album.
Okay.
And Part 2 is kind of, I wrote that at the end of the album and
Okay.
kind of just to summarize what it was. And at the end of Part 2, I'm like, but it's time to move on to the next one. That whole album was just a thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Any MCs that you would want to work with?
You name one, Sean Price. Who wouldn't want to work with that beast?
Absolutely.
I like the classic dudes, man. I want to work with Mos, a.k.a. Yasin Bey, Talib. You know, Pharaoh is definitely...
Would you say your style is similar to theirs?
I would definitely say that.
You would say that?
I would definitely say that.
If
those are the type of people you like to listen to, then I would feel like you're gonna love my music.
Based off that example, you're talking about real MCs. You're talking about
most
real
definitely.
MCs,
Most definitely. I come to the booth with a skill set. You know what I mean? This isn't some fly by night shit.
Oh, I love it. I love
man?
it. So that's real right there.
And I'm really into honing my craft. I work on my craft. I never settle. I don't write the same style over and over. And I'm always looking for new ways to bend syllables, and you know what I mean?
So tell me about your experience going down to South by Southwest. What'd you do out there?
I went out there to do a couple shows. I did one show that was a youth awareness, drug awareness, violence awareness.
That's dope right there.
So it was free to the youth. There was like 2,000 kids from Austin there. You know, young teenagers to older teenagers. Swisher House was in there. Big up to them. A lot of big Texas acts were down there. And I got to get on there and bless the stage, and the people loved it. It's beautiful to see 2,000 people going crazy for your stuff.
No doubt, of
and
course.
And then the other show that we did down there was for the Vans Warped Tour.
Okay.
So by way of our back office people, they were able to link up with somebody there, and we got to perform for the kickoff party for the Vans Warped Tour.
So you're saying your sound basically is a classic hip-hop, real MC sound. That's what you're saying?
Most definitely.
And so you're saying then the people of Texas, they took well to it. They were feeling it.
They did. It's funny because the week before I went there, I got a tweet from TexasHipHopSpot.com on a track that I just released with me and my man Putt on it.
Okay.
And they were bigging it up big time. You know, some sites just post it, but they went as far as writing a real thorough write-up and basically telling people you need to listen to this, which I really appreciate. Shout out to Texas Hip Hop Spot.
Straight up.
That was beautiful. You know.
So who helped you out on this video we're about to blast off?
The video that we're about to blast off, actually a guerrilla vid. Shout out to my man Johnny Pena, a.k.a. One Hip Hop. He was my videographer for the whole trip. So the plan wasn't really to go down there and shoot a video. He documented the whole trip. He's actually putting that documentary together now. But my fam down there told us about this spot called the Hope Gallery, which is an awesome spot for graph artists and just graph art in general. And when I saw the spot, I just told him, I was like, look, we need to put this song here and just go in. You know, guerrilla style performance video. This wasn't like a storyboarded video or anything. This is grab the camera, put it in my face, and let's go. Pause.
And the background scene and all that was right on the grounds right there by the South by Southwest?
Yeah, I mean, you can't really tell from the video,
right.
But that thing is as tall as a 3-story building. It's different levels. You could walk up to each level, and you got artists that flew in from like France, all over the world to do murals there. And actually, I saw a video of the murals getting done. I didn't realize that they had just put all those murals up like a day or two before I got there. So it was in the making, you know what I mean?
No doubt. Yo,
Yeah.
let's get into this video right now. Just shout it out, shout everybody out you want, and let's get
shout
right
out
into
to
it.
Johnny P, the director. Shout out to the whole DPSMG crew. Shout out to everybody in Austin, Texas that showed us love. This is Black Hole by Sgt Over, man. Check it.
Straight out the jungle on the humble, always ready to rumble with any faggot talking slick who think he isn't getting pummeled. Trouble in its truest form, what I do is brew a swarm. Deadly brainstorms to end the rainfall, I'm moving on. If my crew is gone, never in a state of panic. Can't stay catch it in the ass is pacing, looking frantic. Manics and depressive, stay complacent with distress, and I just take it as a blessing. Domination, face aggression, blazing their direction, wreck the wave of misconception. Days of great reflection, make a stage of fate oppression. Agent new Tibetans, betting lessons that possession. Genuflecting at the altar, never falter with my weapons. Taller lyric teching and you're strongest in discretion. Morbid intervention from a core of more retention. Or sources from a force that had created a game. Came to portion off the force and then replace it with range. A black hole, the disappearance of our culture. Tired of our music being ruined by these vultures. Every song I make is like a painting or a sculpture. Fighting for my people that been waiting for this soldier. Black hole, the disappearance of our culture. Tired of our music being ruined by these vultures. Every song I make is like a painting or a sculpture. Fighting for my people that been waiting for this soldier. I'm a dead poet, I'm on the road, let's travel. Cowboy in the saddle, battle rattlesnakes and cattle. That'll be the day they think they see the glaze and cut me. Cause I'm sharper than the Raiders, razor raging on the dummies. It's funny, they say there's nothing moving but the money. But my city keep it moving and we move to where it's sunny. Lucky was a word we never heard inside this project, in which you were positioned from beginning to the spot check. A black hole, they try to say it's the light. They got my people falling victims, so I'm here to pick a fight. Of course it's right, I fight the plight at night against the devil. Made me pedal through persuasion, but I face him on a level. Mine's inside a bezel, trying to find a higher metal. Designing my Geppetto from the lines of my ghetto. Velo todos días, so you niggas soft like mantequilla. Melted in a metal pot, so now I'm dropping Santeria. A black hole, the disappearance of our culture. Tired of our music being ruined by these vultures. Every song I make is like a painting or a sculpture. Fighting for my people that been waiting for this soldier. Black hole, the disappearance of our culture. Tired of our music being ruined was in it, I was bred to be a cynic. Even getting to the finish made me question why I did it. Living with precision, see some people always tripping. They be bitching for revision, but their action cause rescission. Erosion of their faith is now exploding in their face. Don't repent and reconcile, but hope he holds them in his grace. Take the case of victims, I align them in my prison. Lead them east into the dark and then enlighten them with wisdom. Presence of my master that's deserving of my worship. But there's propaganda dropping hammers though they don't deserve it. Curve it, twisted either way, it's not simplistic. Try to bear the weight for people as if God had made me gifted. Lifted through my consciousness, thankful for my sponsorship. See me face the monstrous, is how I plan to honor this. Those are thinking ominous, are falling to my prominence. Reverse the evil cycle, then destroy it through my dominance. A black hole, the disappearance of our culture. Tired of our music being ruined by these vultures. Every song I make is like a painting or a sculpture. Fighting for my people that been waiting for this soldier. Black hole, the disappearance of our culture. Tired of our music being ruined by these vultures. Every song I make is like a painting or a sculpture. Fighting for my people that been waiting for this soldier. Black hole, the disappearance of our culture.
Yes, sir, that was Black Hole, man. Yeah, we really enjoyed making that, sweating my ass off. That was like the hottest day in Texas that I was out there for.
Hell yeah, it was hot out there in Texas,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. Oh, shout out to Spit Gems, man. I bumped into him on the plane on the flight back.
Okay.
Cool dude, man.
No doubt. Looked like you had fun out there. How was the experience?
Oh, man, it was amazing. Second to none, man. One of the best experiences of my life. Aside from the shows, man, just being out there at that festival and just the music everywhere, different kinds of music. Because I'm a fan of music, man. It's just not hip-hop, so
I like that.
We stopped into some rock
I like
shows.
those grounds that you were at where you filmed the video, all the graph on the wall, the different art out there. It looked beautiful, man.
Yeah, man, it was dope, man. And big up to all the artists. You know, I wish I knew who all the artists was so I could send them messages personally thanking them, you know what I mean?
I personally think it was a real good look for you to even be out there, you know, to do South by Southwest. That was definitely dope.
Yeah, that was big, man. That was big. And then, you know, after that, we went over to the Winter Music Conference and did some radio out there and did a little couple things out there.
So you're on the move. You're hustling. You're pushing the project.
Yeah.
You're doing what you got to do.
Yeah, we should be on tour hopefully next month in Ohio. So we'll let y'all know the dates and all that. But we just waiting to finalize that in and figure out which ones we're going to attend.
So sometimes certain things, you know, make sense. Coming to Live from Brooklyn TV, of course, made sense tonight. You performing out here in Brooklyn.
Word
Where
up.
you going to be at tonight?
I'm going to be at SRB on 117 2nd Avenue for the Undiscovered Tour, brought to you by In-House Talent. Shout to the whole crew out there. Shout out to Selassie and his whole crew for putting that together, inviting your boy down to perform. I believe they from out in the Bay Area, so that's dope that they bring in they essence our way, you know what I mean, and allowing us to contribute to it, man. So
of course,
if y'all want to come down, man, like I said, 117 2nd Avenue tonight, Brooklyn, be there, SRB. If you hit me on that Twitter that we've been tweeting, I might have a free ticket for you. Holla at your boy.
Ooh, free tickets. I like that. Straight up. Sgt Over, Jersey City, New Jersey, representing. Tell them where to find your music at, man. That's most important right now.
You could go to my Facebook.com /Sgt Over Music, SGTOVER Music. SoundCloud.com /SGT Over. I mean, if you Google SGT Over, I know that shit sound cliche, but I've been really working. There's a lot on there. You see the sites that are bigging me up. Shout out to all the sites. I could sit here and name them for an hour, man. That's a blessing, man. Without the cats blogging, without people like yourselves,
of course,
you know, promoting what we're doing out here, man. So it's really a one hand watch the other kind of business. You know what I mean? And being good to people, you know what I mean, allows people to, you know, makes people want to be good back to you, you know what I'm saying? So I've been blessed in the sense that I feel like I know how to treat people, and the assholes, man, I just don't pay no mind.
Straight up. Live from Brooklyn TV, Sgt Over.
Yes, sir.
I want you to give them on a closing note what the reason is for them to go out and get this album. Once again, your inspirations on and what it means to you and what it should mean to them. And once again, we appreciate you being here, coming through.
No doubt.
And good luck with everything you do, brother.
Listen, man, if y'all into that real hip-hop, if you love to hear MC with lyrical ability and you love to hear conscious hip-hop about life, about everyday things you can identify with, that's all the reasons you should go get Precious Jewels by Sgt Over, man. I promise you'll love it. If you love hip hop and you got a broad range of shit you listen to, you definitely love it. Like I said, you look through Conscious, the Commons, the Talibs, you'll love it, man. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Live from Brooklyn TV, LFBTV.com. We represent that real hip hop, underground, all that. Till next time.